a bit more room now. There's no diff, a little bit more bench space, even though it's a disaster still. So yeah, coming in next door here. Now have a completed rebuilt Dana. So yeah, all nicely painted up, all new brakes, wheel bearings, all new brake line, everything. So it looks pretty smick with that. The only thing I've got to do now is the pinion seal, but I need it bolted back in the truck and the truck back on the ground. So I'll wait until all that's done. But yeah, for the most part, it's coming pretty good. I've also drilled and tapped a thread into the bottom. There's a drain plug, because I don't really want to be pulling the back cover off all the time just to do that. So yeah, it's all looking pretty good. So just got to wait for the leaf spring bushes to turn up, and then I'll get the brother to press them out because it's easier for him. And then once all that's done, get the new ones in, it all back together, get this thing in there. That'll be rear end pretty much right to go. Something a little bit different today. Weather's been pretty good. Yesterday we the old man and I went and picked up a piece for my truck, which is first thing I've bought for this truck in a very long time, and yeah, it's what's left of it, so a little bit ordinary, but anyway, cheers to the old man for helping me out. And yeah, we got it done eventually, and yeah, now I'm going to get into it. The big race tub, so yeah, what's left of it, she's ready to go, ready for action. A little bit of weight reduction in front there, canopy for some aerodynamics. So yeah, should be pretty quick bit of kit. Yeah, this thing's basically for panel cuts. I got it for free, so may as well use it. And yeah, I need bits and sections and small pieces to fix the one in there. And instead of hand making it, all I've got to do now is just chop it out of here, graft it into there. Saves a lot of time and effort. And yeah, so also there's some floor section in there, so if I need to replace anything on mine, which there are a couple of bits I do, I can chop and change and do all that. So yeah, so what I'm going to do now is start cutting it up. Pretty much whatever's left is going to go over with that cab over there, and hopefully one day Scrappy Man will come and grab all this shit, except for that, I need that. So what I'm going to do now is get cutting, and yeah, hopefully soon I'll have the bits I need and everything else will be on the pile, ready for one day to yeah, disappear to the heap. There's a few sections I need that are a little bit difficult on mine, so at least now what I can do is yeah, basically chop this one up and fix mine. So hopefully I'll get back into it at some point. I'm still yeah in the process of either blasting it or dipping it, so that's kind of what's going to hold the whole show up. And yeah, until I can do that, there's no real point trying to weld sections in. May as well have it nice and clean, prime it, and then I can clean up, weld in, do all that shit. So today's been reasonably productive. Yeah, got in that tub, obviously chopped it all up, and yeah, we've got a little bit left, but not a whole heap. But hopefully, yeah, it's looking like the sections I need are still okay. So hopefully this will yeah get us out of trouble anyway. So here's what we've got. It's now dark, of course. So yeah, we've got a tub floor, so it is fairly pitted and whatnot, but hopefully I can clean it up to the point where yeah, the strips or sections that I need are just well enough that I can yeah graft them into mine. Most of it's getting bed liner, so it doesn't really matter if this is a little bit ordinary. Thickness of that stuff will pick it up, and yeah, underside looks fairly good. Quarters, yeah, the front corners are looking pretty good, so I think I've got away with that, which is very handy. And then yeah, the back corner for the indicator there looks pretty decent, so that will also help with fixing mine. Yeah, moving on, I've been doing brake lines on this thing. So, oh, Blinky's not happy. Listen to him. So yeah, brake line finally wore through after all these years, and yeah, I decided to fix it while it was here. But I thought, yeah, I'll try and get back on this speaker situation. So I've still got to put the center one in, and I've got to mount it. And yeah, there's a bit of an idea I've come up with. Mainly the way that I'm going about it is because, one, I'm not smart enough for CAD, and also I'm too much of a broke cunt to afford a 3D printer. So anyway, this is the idea. So yeah, we've got the speaker here. Luckily Pioneer does this, gets rid of this fella. So anyway, I'm going to mark the shape out of the perimeter, then the perimeter of this so that it can still move. And then what I've done is I was going to get some chopping board or something, but I've found this instead. So stupid as it is, I think it's going to work. So this is basically just a big piece of plastic, and yeah, it's going to do the trick anyway. So the idea is drill that, cut that out, and then set it up on there, and then yeah, self tappers or whatever through into this, which will hold this to that, and then hopefully 2 screws through the dash will then go into this, which will hold the whole lot up in the dash. Basically, poor man's 3D printing. So yeah, if you need a big plastic block, you can't always yeah, just print one out. So anyway, we'll give it a go. If it doesn't work, I'll come up with another plan. But yeah, hopefully all is well and we get to make this happen. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. So I'll probably just mark it out. I don't think I'll get much further tonight. It is pretty early. But yeah, I'll hopefully get this thing mounted, then get the wires to it, and then that's fairly close to the wiring side of this truck done. So I can finally get some bench space back. And yeah, main thing is head unit. I've still got to figure that one out, what I'm going to do there. But finally, we have got a passenger side dash fascia coming. So it's been a fucking mission. And a big fucking too. But anyway, yeah, so we finally got one and it's on the way. So yeah, good blokes helped me out with that. And yeah, it's just up to me now to figure out what I'm going to do with this cup holder situation and the head unit. Try and make it all look fairly good. But anyway, we're getting close with that. And then yeah, that's sort of getting the interior almost buttoned up there. I'll get this done, see how far I get, and then come back out tomorrow and hopefully make more moves on it. And then see what other jobs we've got to do with this thing, because there's still plenty left to do. But anyway, that is all for tonight. We've still been putting on what we can with the tow truck, getting all that sorted. Still waiting on the leaf spring bushes. They're probably the biggest hold up at the moment. So hopefully they turn up. I'm probably going to have to hit them up in the New Year's and find out where they are. Been waiting a little while for them now. And also the front universal joint. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, hopefully get the truck back on all fours. And then, yeah, move along from there. So fortunately this ball thing, I haven't looked at it for quite a while, but anyway, one day there's only one of me and I take on too much. The tow truck, so yeah, started putting the two-tone trim on it and it's looking pretty good with the gutter trim. And then I decided to fit the visor up, get the side brackets made. I've still got to do the center ones. But we'll do that after the window's in. So I'm probably going to have to take this off tonight because this is also getting a window in the morning. And then that means the cab's all sealed up, which is good. Brand new window. I've got the window rubber there. So that's happy days. Engine bay, not too much has been done. The job for the last couple of days is these extractors. So what I ended up doing is, this truck's only probably run for about an hour tops, and the extractors are all going rusty again. and to the point where they were probably just going to start falling apart. So what I ended up doing was, yeah, the VHT, it might be good, but I see it as not that great. So I ended up using the KBS Extreme Temperature Coating and sprayed it and then baked it on. Used their primer and then their top coat, and yeah, I'm a lot more confident in this coating. So yeah, painted them up, all new gaskets. I also cut and shut the back end of this side because it was pointing straight at the cross member. So it's all now tidied up and running where it needs to. So that's that. Having a bit of a fiddle around here before. So yeah, I've been looking at this distributor. So yes, it's a cheap ProFlow one, whatever, get an ice, get an MSD, da da. This is a tow truck, not a race truck, so this should do the job. So I fixed the advancing issue where it was advancing too far, so that's all sorted. The only problem is every time I revved it up, it would actually retard the timing and then advance, which is a bit weird. So not sure if this is the fix, but it might make a little bit of sense to why it's doing it. But yeah, if you have a look at this, so this is the rotor that was come with this distributor, and if you look at, I'll see if I can do it. So see how I can move it sideways and then back again and then round sideways. That's a fair bit of movement, so that possibly might be the reason of the retarding of the timing. So you take that off and then you go and get an original Bosch one off one of my other distributors, and you put him on like that and there's no movement. So that is probably the reason for that one. So it does pay to check these things. So yeah, this rotor is probably a little bit skinny in the keyway, which is causing the movement, where these ones are slightly bigger. So that'll probably stay in there now. When I get the chance, I will put the timing light back on it and see if it's fixed it, and we'll go from there. So once that's done, I think it won't be too bad after that. So, and then that's that, pretty much running, driving, finished off. So yeah, chuck him back on if it wants to. Longest cap install ever. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty much that. For the rest of the engine bay, not really much to do. Just need to do a couple of small brackets. Still got to sort them out, just finding them and sorting out what I want to do there. And then yeah, this engine bay is pretty much done. So second battery will go in eventually, and then definitely need the wash. But yeah, for the most part, we have a pretty sort of complete truck. So it's looking pretty good. Wheels, I've got to do a bit there to make them fit with wheel nuts and whatnot. And then I also need to find a second set for the rear, and we'll get that when we do. They're a bit hard to find, these old cars. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the tow truck. It's, yeah, cab wise it's fairly well complete. I'm still looking for mirrors and possibly cow badges, but yeah, everything else is pretty much done. I just got to do these little fill-in bits, deciding if I make them out of steel or I just put the rubber pieces in. Got to do the rubber pieces inside the guards to seal them up. I'll get to that when I do. It's no huge rush. And then yeah, it's for the most part fairly complete. I may do the exhaust, which won't be too hard. Due to the big long fuel tank and everything, it's going to be a 2-in-1. And yeah, that's how that's going to go. Pretty simple, fairly straightforward deal. Just a 2-in-1 into a 3-inch single. Into this thing, we'll have some room to do it. So this will probably be started next year as well. Try and get it smashed out as quick as possible because I need it. And yeah, so that's what's been going on. Everything, nothing, shitloads, fuck all, whatever. So yeah, hopefully get a little bit done over the break and then see what 2024 brings. Hopefully it's going to be a lot better year than what this one's been, because fuck, we've beaten up some shit, lost some shit, haven't got really anything done this year, so yeah, hopefully next year, a couple of projects out the door, finished, and we can move on. And also need to buy a house, so that's going to be the next thing. But anyway, that's all for now.